Uh, okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a very highly anticipated video. Uh, the Mario movie review, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, the new one that came out April 5th. I got to watch it with a group of, uh, 9 friends, and we watched it on what was supposed to be opening day of April 7th. We watched it really late at night, but yeah, I just wanted to give a review on how I felt about it and how most of them felt about it. So, instantly getting started in, uh, we loved the movie. Uh, and I'm gonna spoil right here, none of us gave lower than an 8. We loved the movie so much. The Mario movie was great. I actually have the leisure to actually be able to watch it twice. So, that's pretty cool. Everything about the Mario movie is great. The Mario movie instantly starts you off with the banger trailer scene of the first trailer, I think, that showed. And it is literally so good, so good. And the jokes land. I love how the jokes land. All of them land. Like, there is no unfunny joke, and that just might be because my humor is bad or something, but I don't even think Arya disliked the humor in this. But either way, the movie overall was great. It was a fun Mario adventure, and all the little references really made my day, as I was able to go throughout the movie, hey, this is actually great. Like, this is great. They did a good job with this. I understand this reference as a fan of the video games. And I don't know what critics were saying. Critics were saying, hey, this movie isn't actually very good. They gave it a 54 out of, A 54? They gave it a 54 out of, the, 100. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. They gave it a 54 out of 100, and that was crazy to me. As after I watched the movie, I just felt, wow, I can't believe I just watched a movie that was made this year and had the worst main character casting you could ever imagine. Chris Pratt as Mario is one of the dumbest things you could possibly think of. Why would anyone want Chris Pratt to be Mario? And that was definitely the worst part about the movie. Chris Pratt was Mario was probably the most shocking thing people saw. People instantly see, oh my god, Chris Pratt, that isn't a very smart choice. He's playing an Italian plumber. The thing is, Mario isn't actually ever really played by Italians. The only thing he's ever played by an Italian in is the Mario Bros. Super Show. And I would know this. I literally own the disc version of all the seasons of the Mario Bros. Super Show. That is how big of a super fan I am of Mario. I own all of the main title games, essentially. I don't own Galaxy. No, actually, that's a lie. I don't own many of the main title line Mario games. But I own a lot of the really, really highly enjoyed titles, despite them not necessarily being the 3D titles. I own most of the 2D titles, but I assume most people own most of the 2D titles. Either way, let's continue on. The Mario movie was a great cinematic watch, as I loved all the key small details, the music, the subtle hints, the little photos in the background of the Punch-Out characters. Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong doing the funny Seth Rogen laugh, and also doing Donkey Kong type things with all the barrels he throws, and how a battle takes place on a bunch of girders. It really makes the experience more enjoyable when you get to watch something that you understand references to. I'm instantly able to understand the reference to the Mario Bros. Movie ad of their TV commercial, because I grew up with the Mario Super Show. I know what what the commercial's music reference is. I literally know that the actress that is, playing the distressed plumbing, person in need of plumbing is the original Peach actress. I know all of these cool details, and I was able to look at that and say, hey, this is really solid. And again, you could say this is due to my love of the Mario franchise. I clearly love the Mario franchise a lot. So much so that I'm able to get a ton of niche references. But even with the inclusion of niche references, I'm able to see other things that is quite obvious. Like the start of the movie has a section where Mario and Luigi are running in 2D, in a 2D plane. The camera is depicting it as a 2D scene, and I'm instantly able to say, that's like Mario in the video game. I'm able to see that and go, hey, I understand that. That's pretty cool, actually. I like how they did that. And I think the problem with the reviewers is they don't know the source material very well. They don't actually know Mario. Either way, let's get into continuing how I feel about the movie. I feel great about the movie. The movie is exactly what I wanted from the Mario movie. A fun adventure featuring Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, Donkey Kong, Toad. It features all its characters, and all of the characters are used well. In their own way, each character is used in the perfect amount. People are saying there's not enough Luigi or there's not enough Bowser, because they really were the enjoyable some of the most enjoyable characters. And yes, it would be nice to see more Bowser and Luigi and another encore of Peaches by Jack Black. I think having those characters' inclusions as Bowser, the main villain, and Luigi, a side character, makes sense for the first movie. It's the Super Mario Bros. Movie, but it doesn't really feature the second bro. Though it still uses Luigi as a prominent character. And I'm not going to spoil the ending of the movie here, but they definitely use Luigi good in the ending. Continuing on with how I feel about the actors, I think they did a pretty solid job with casting. Jack Black did a great job as Bowser, and Charlie Day did a great job at Luigi, and I guarantee you half the people watching this didn't even know that Keegan-Michael Key was Toad. Honestly, half the people who I watched it with don't even know who Keegan-Michael Key is. So, it was nice to, even though it's celebrity casting, and celebrity casting isn't interesting anymore, or cool necessarily, most of the actors actually did a really good job in their roles. The only odd one, and most people admit this after watching it, it's Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is the odd one out. Nobody really likes the Chris Pratt Mario voice. It's not really good. But they do have a over-the-top accent, and the reason they took it out is because they knew people would get mad if they did an over-the-top accent. They do it right at the start of the movie, and then make fun of the over-the-top accent. And I think that was a good way to implement how they felt about people would react to the accent, with a simple statement of, it's too much. Absolutely, people will think like that. People think like that constantly, everywhere. People think, oh, this is too much, I don't think we should do this. And I think that's what most people said about a Mario movie. But we got a Mario movie, and guess what? It was one of the best movies I could ask for. It was perfect blend between music, references, and a decent story that attached me to the movie. And the celebrity acting wasn't even that bad. Definitely, it connected me to the movie better. as someone who watched, sorry, not watches, played and watched, I guess, a lot of Mario, I'm a huge fan of that. And I am just so happy I was able to get this movie that actually seemed like the original source writer, Shigeru Miyamoto, actually wrote the plot and decided things on his own, not with studio interference, and the studio was Illumination and Nintendo, so they couldn't really do that. Shigeru Miyamoto is really one of the biggest names in the Nintendo franchise. Either way, yeah. I would highly suggest you guys go watch the movie. If you love Mario, if you like Bowser, Peach, Luigi, Toad, they do all these characters a decent amount of justice. Screen time is relatively even for most of the characters, other than Mario and Peach having way more screen time than the others, but they're main characters. And it's understandable. I say this movie was a 9.7 out of 10. 3 points taken off simply because Chris Pratt's voice is awkward. But I got used to it quite fast. The Peaches song and all the funny jokes just made the movie way better. Not only that, the acting was pretty good. Other than Chris Pratt, I always felt like there was something good going on. With the small little references I could point at and go, hey, I understand that, I popped off. And despite criticism of being a short movie, I thought it was a decent length for a first ever animated project, and an hour 30 used to be what I grew up on was a decent length movie. So, you know. Either way, yeah, I suggest you guys go watch the Mario movie. It's out in theaters, you know. It was a great film. Lots of references. Don't listen to critics. Sure, everybody on YouTube is saying this. Critics are wrong about the Mario movie. The Mario movie is great for many reasons. It deserves to be praised for actually working with good source material and being a faithful adaptation, but remixed. Like, I'm gonna be honest, this isn't the adaptation level of, I don't know, the Ratchet & Clank movie that came out a while ago. Because the Ratchet & Clank movie that came out a while ago was literally there to be a movie. But it was a faithful adaptation with very few changes, and those changes I didn't mind, like, at all. And I don't think you should. The only thing you should mind is Chris Pratt's voice. Other than that, the jokes land, the acting's great, music's great, references are great. I suggest you guys go watch the movie. It's even better if you watch the movie with lots of friends, as it definitely increased the good times I had during my two experiences. I watched it with my family and my friends. Yeah, thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next Mario video. Bye.